Hello everyone, my name is Pınar Yelmi. Now I'm going to present our paper titled Designing an Interactive Nonlinear Documentary Contributed by Public Participation, Suburbs of Istanbul. Suburbs of Istanbul is a web-based interactive documentary project that examines the identity of suburban neighborhoods in Istanbul through the participation of its residents via online submission of their visual and written stories. Public participation also led the design process and helped prototype the interfaces of this nonlinear documentary. The project is intended to reflect real-life stories in an intimate and personal style directly from the resident's point of view instead of the producer's perspective. This project aims to contribute to the field of interactive documentary and nonlinear storytelling by integrating participatory design techniques in the prototyping process of documentary interfaces, involving public both as content providers and as active decision makers in design process lead to a more genuine outcome with a human-centered approach. Thanks to digital platforms, new approaches give an innovative way to the traditional documentary field in terms of distribution of stories, navigation models, and content production. Regarding navigation models, traditional linear documentary is one-way communication in which information flows from producer to viewers. Digital platforms brought about the concept of interactive documentary, which allows viewers to choose different paths within the same content and provides the user-tailored screening. In interactive web-based documentaries, varying degrees and modes of interactivity play a significant role in transferring messages and emotions. At this point, our intention is not only to inform, but also to make worldwide audience internalize the stories and feel the deepest emotions of the residents of Istanbul through powerful interactive experiences. Although user-generated content is common in the field of interactive documentary, co-designing the documentary interface itself by means of participatory design techniques makes this project less typical. Our methodology. During the study, we integrated public into several creative stages of the project, such as collecting user-generated content for the project, as well as making design decisions for interactive interfaces and for nonlinear storytelling structure. First, we organized several public workshops for content collection. Then we organized a second set of public workshops for gathering design decisions by using participatory design methods and prototype interface of the documentary together with collaborators. Content workshops. We intended to encourage each participant to not only consume media, but also be an active participant and contribute to the narrative by having an opportunity to submit their photos, journals, and videos related to their past and present lives for consideration in the project. We organized 6 public workshops, each with a duration of 4 hours. We divided each workshop into 3 sections. In the first section, we explained the project in detail, supported by successful examples of interactive nonlinear documentaries. Second section includes basic information about how to take effective footage without the requirement of professional equipment, basic lighting principles and composition, and also some tips on conducting successful interviews. And in the final section, the volunteers applied what they had learned. Design workshops. It's important to involve users, in this case, interactive documentary viewers, in the design process in order to provide meaningful and relevant experiences to a wider audience. For this stage, we organized 2 workshops in order to brainstorm about the structure of the documentary by using participatory design techniques. We targeted 3 main groups with this documentary: academics, state and local governments, and general public. Each workshop lasted about 4 hours. In the beginning, we explained the project and showed successful examples of interactive nonlinear documentaries. Then we shared already submitted documentary content. Considering our target groups, we divided the participants into 3 groups based on their professional backgrounds and interests in each workshop and assigned the related user scenario to each group: researcher, discoverer, and contributor. Researcher scenario embraced exploration as academics and state and local governments were interested in detailed information and further insights about residents' opinions. Due to their overall interest in the documentary, general public was paired with the discover scenario. Finally, we investigated the behaviors and needs of contributors to facilitate their participation process and to increase their motivation in participating. This division allowed for identifying and generating various navigation ideas based on diverse users' experiences. Outcomes. The way of message communication and navigation model of the documentary interfaces were prototyped based on the results of content and design workshops. The documentary starts with an introduction on the left-hand side that includes general information about gentrification in Istanbul, how the neighborhoods are transformed, how the urban fabric is changing, and how the residents are affected. This part of the documentary proceeds with the mouse scroll, thus it gives the chance to stop, move back and forward based on the pace of each viewer. Homepage, whereas on the right-hand side, consists of the urban fabric, providing a visual representation of the current status of the city with the buildings and residents presented together on the same platform. The first page of resident stories, left-hand side, reveals all residents together, indicated by graphical representations aligned with their satisfaction of the neighborhood transformation process. When the mouse is over graphical representations, the names of the interviewed residents appear. This design decision is based on the feedback received during the design workshops to allow the audience internalize resident situation. When the graphical representation is clicked, interviews and the footage of the diverse neighborhoods and various domestic spaces occur. This visualization not only emphasizes the headlines of the interviews, but also offers fluent transition between pages. When clicked on a topic, it directs the user to the page where various residents state differing opinions on the same issue. Feedback received at the design workshops revealed participants' preference towards having access to various comments on the same issue successively. Departing from this, we prototyped the transitive design option in a way so that the users stay focused on a specific subject with more fluent navigation. A map of the city emphasizing the neighborhoods that are currently in transformation available for the audience when clicked on the buildings on the homepage. In this page, two filtering options are provided for neighborhood selection according to location and name. When clicked on a neighborhood, either its location or its name, that specific neighborhood's location on the map together with its residence is revealed. As the cursor moves, photographs change accompanied by a continuous construction noise in order to emphasize the urban transformation also from the sonic perspective. Audio support enhances the internalization of the situation of being exposed to continuous urban transformation by augmenting disturbance from a sonic perspective. Lessons learned from design workshops can be summarized as follows. Users prefer simple, on-point, direct interactions and avoid overwhelming interfaces. Users want to have control over navigation, allowing them to spend more time on the issues that they are interested in and skipping those that they do not really pay attention. Users may have different navigation choices due to varying interests, and they also want to reach the content that they are interested in as easily and quickly as possible. Therefore, interface prototyping is designed with the main aim of keeping users' interest at a maximum level for an extended period of time. And final discussion part. Regarding the content, gathering videos from public has been successful so far. Technical parameters and interview styles also differ from contributor to contributor, which enrich the documentary. Regarding the interactivity, users prefer having control while navigating the content flow as observed in design workshops. According to several filtering options applied in the prototype, users will have the opportunity to decide how to proceed within the documentary. Involving participants into decision-making of prototyping process and forming different user scenarios played a significant role in understanding the user needs better and in brainstorming for further enhancements. Co-designing leads us towards a more human-centered, interactive, participatory, nonlinear documentary, which contributes to the existing discussions about the interactive documentary field. This project allows us to mainly explore how to produce an interactive documentary from a designer point of view and discuss the outcomes of integrating participatory design technique into the production process of the documentary. We hope that our experience inspires those filmmakers, producers, and researchers who are investigating forms of involving participants into structural design. Thank you very much for listening.